Hello, everyone. Honestly, we cannot have a nation where we have two justice systems, and depending on your social standing in the society, that is what the that will now determine the kind of justice system that is given to you, aligned to you, or whatever it is, and that is unacceptable. I'm talking about this whole issue that has happened, the airline Ibom Air issue that has happened with the passenger. First of all, I am not in support of whatever the assault, the charges against what do you call it now, the passenger, the accusations against her that she refused to put off her phone, that she went at the people and all of that. But in the same way, for me, is that justice must be justice, rule of law must be rule of law, and the reason why it's rule of law is that it applies to everybody, not that it applies to some people and it then does not apply to other people. For what she did, she assaulted, she did this. So why is it that she is being remanded to prison, and then King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal 1 was not remanded to prison? Oshiomole was not remanded in Kirikiri, was not sent to any prison, was not charged, was not charged to court. Comfort Emansi, that's the name of the lady, the passenger who assaulted airline officials on Ibom Air flight inbound Lagos from Uyo, has reportedly been charged to court. Tunde Moshood, the special advisor on media and communications to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, said Emerson is remanded in Kirikiri Correctional Facility. If the charge for this is that someone should be remanded, then everybody who does it should be remanded. We cannot have a Comfort being remanded and then an Adam going scot-free, a Wasiu Ayinde going scot-free. We cannot have, Comfort Emerson being remanded, Adams Oshiomole going scot-free, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal 1 also going scot-free. There's no justice in all of that. Selective justice is injustice. You cannot continue to do this. There are so many things that were wrong with that whole situation. I get it. There are some people that can be so obnoxious when you're on the flight with them. God, I know the number of times that I have to say, I shall just keep quiet. I shall don't say anything. Just leave these people, because they just keep telling people, put off the phone. And the person will be arguing, will be saying no, will be saying whatever. Airline have a huge, in short, they can be very dictatorial. When they decide on something, they decide on it. Whether you're right or not, they'll get security to just take you out. They have that power, to be able to do that. So there are also sometimes where you see airline people, they're very condescending, the way and manner in which they will talk to you, they will say this to you. Sometimes, there's something they call passive aggression. There's a way that you will talk to someone and you are actually you are not raising your voice, you are not doing anything, you are not saying, but they call it passive aggression. You get the person worked up, just the way you talk, look at the person and whatever. I'm not saying that's what happened in this. I'm just giving example. These things do happen. So whatever it is, like from what we're reading, where they're saying that, oh, this lady, they had told her to put off her phone, she refused to put off her phone. From the statement that has been put out by the airline, she refused to put off her phone to the extent that the passenger had to collect it from her, forcefully put it off and stuff like that. Let's even say, for me, that's for them to go and sort it out. The first thing that I expected the airline would have done is that before they land, because this thing had happened and they were ready, if they had not left, they would have just got her disembarked. Madam, come down, shike now. If your load, instead of going to have to go and check through the flight, they can set her load down, just the way they asked them KWAM to come down. King Wasiu Ayinde, from the reports that we have, actually poured whatever he had in his listing there, even was stopping an aircraft. You understand? He has not been remanded. He sent in an apology letter. After an apology letter, he was threatening the airline. Nothing has been done to. Is it because he can get on the phone with an illegitimate president? Is that why he can be so arrogant? The Adams Oshiomole, is it because he's in APC that he feels that he can do anything? Adams Oshiomole also did his own. Literally, I think that was with Airpeace, and there was a fracas all over. There were some reports that he had attacked, or his people had attacked people there, and then what now happened? Nobody remanded him to call. The Ministry of Aviation was not working. Is it because Adams Oshiomole is in the same party as they are? Or is it because King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal can have a phone call with a Tinubu? Is that so? Comfort now doesn't have somebody she will do phone call with. That's why they are remanding her. We can't have that. You can't be doing two different things. First of all, the airline needed to have said, before they got allowed the security people, they just come in. Nobody is disembarking. She should have been the first person that was taken out of that plane. Not that after this disembarkation, people had come down. You are telling her that she will not come down. You are forcing the door. You are holding the door. Even that area, people are saying that woman that stood on the door, because literally you will meet someone that will get angry and will have power, will push you from that place you are holding like this, and you see yourself on the floor. Because at that time, she too, she's afraid for her life with this whole issue of kidnapping. Does she know whether they want to kidnap her? She sat down, everybody came down, you watch everybody come that she was alone, you kept her there. Of course, she has to. She can't get agitated. She can't get angry, and then all of that. And look at the way and manner in which they dragged her out. You were dragging her in that manner. If you need to restrain someone, they say there should be a training. I always ask, even as security agents, do they train them on what to do? I've never heard a person say, put your hands down, let me see your hands. It's only your Igbo feel. Let me see your hands where I will see you or whatever. Nothing like that. Did they come with handcuffs? Did they try to restrain her, hold her, bring her out? No, you were dragging her as if you were dragging chicken, as if you were dragging, pot, all of them. And then someone from the back will pull her dress in such a way that it tears and it exposes her breast. What? And not only do you film that, you put that particular part out. That is that is sexual harassment. I'm trying to think now whether you can even call it revenge porn, because it's not one that sent it to you. Because that's you putting out somebody's nudity out there in the public. You literally, there was no need for that to have been in the public. You literally could have cut that out. You literally could have made a statement without that being there. But you needed to show that you have humiliated her and you dragged her out. And now this lady will forever live with the fact that her body parts that she had covered before she left the house and entered your plane, it's now all out on display on air for people to make all sorts of caricature with it and do all sorts of things with it. Do you even understand what then happens to her mental state? I'm not saying that what this lady has done, what's that her name again? Comfort Emerson, what she has done is right. Don't let her face the music of whatever it is. But there was a better way that Ibom Air could have handled that whole issue, not in the way that you humiliate. And I wonder why certain men who have privileges will do the same thing or even worse than her, but you didn't handle her. Why didn't they drag King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal 1 out of the plane like that? Why didn't they bundle Oshiomole out of Senator Oshiomole on the floor and drag him on the floor like Jen? Why was it was only Comfort that they felt comfortable in dragging her on the floor, not only dragging her but displaying her body all over the space? I mean, there's a whole lot that it's wrong here, and then the next thing they are taking her to court, the other people have not been remanded. Let me tell you once again, selective justice is actually injustice.